you doing? This is Ni Amano. What I'm going to do today is to take you through Gospel 101, the key to understanding how to play gospel music. And I believe this lesson will help you to grow very much. But like everything, music is not an easy thing. It requires rehearsals, it requires constant studying, and that's the only way you can improve on yourself. So basically, what I'm going to do is to teach you the basics that you can build on that will take you to the next level and to understand why people play what they play and why people and how people play gospel music. So what I'm just going to do today is entitled Gospel Keys 101 for Beginners. The first thing to know is to know your keys and accidentals. Very, very important. We will cover that. The next thing that we will cover is know your major and minor scales. Scales are very, very, very important. Without scales, there's no way that you can be a better keyboard player or a piano player. And then the next thing that we'll cover is know your major and minor chords with their inversions. I cannot emphasize on this too much. Very, very, very important. And the next thing that we'll cover is know chords and their key relationships. The chords and their key relationships. They are very, very important. And then the last thing that we'll tackle today is know how to apply these chords because they are very, very important. So get ready. Let's get away. So now let's get ready. What we're going to talk about is knowing your keys and accidentals. As you can look at the keyboard, if you look at the keyboard carefully, we have 12 notes on the keyboard. We have 7 white keys and then 5 black keys. So basically, there are 12 keys, but musically there are 15 keys based on their enharmonic resolutions and all that stuff. But I'm not going to go into all that stuff because if you look at the C sharp here, there's a key called C sharp major, which is 7 sharps, and a key called D flat major, which is 5 flats, but they are enharmonically related. I'm not going to go to that. If you look at the key of B, we have the key of B and we have the key of C flat as well. We have a key of F sharp and we have a key of G flat. But I'm not going to go into all that. All I'm going to go is just play around the 12 keys. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then with their black keys as well. So now the first thing that you need to know is your chords and forming your scales and major chords. Now, like I said, we have 15 keys musically, but we're just going to use 12 keys, and then we have other 12 keys in the minor realm too, but I'll get there later. So we basically have this key C, key C sharp, key D, E flat, the key of E, the key of F, the key of F sharp, the key of G, the key of A flat, the key of A, the key of B flat, and the key of B. Now that I've explained the keys that we are going to use for this lesson now, just major chords now. Now, you need to be able to know all the major chords in these keys. You should be able to form chords based on these keys, the major chords. Now, for example, let's say C. This is a C major chord. It contains C, E, G, and C. If you only play 3 notes like this, it's called a triad because it contains 3 notes. But if you add the roots again up here, it becomes a C major chord. And how do you form a major chord here? You start with the note. If it's a C chord, the C note, you start with a C and then you count 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4 to the third, it becomes a major third. And then you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, forget about the blacks, and you add a fifth note, it becomes a minor third between E and G here. But don't worry about that. So know how to form major chords. To form a major chord, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you hit. And then you count 1, 2, 3, and then that becomes a triad, and then you add the tonic, which is the first one up there. It becomes a major chord. So if you want to form C sharp, it's the same thing. So the next note you count 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you add it to the 1, and then you count 1, 2, 3. It becomes a C sharp major chord. The same thing applies to D. If you want to form a D major chord, E flat, same trick. E major chord, F sharp. You understand what I'm trying to say? So you can form major chords based on this. Now, another thing that you need to know are your major and minor scales. So now, a C major chord that I play, you need to be able to know the scale of it. So I'm going to play the scale of C major this is a scale of C major. So you play the C chord here, and then you run the scale with starting with your thumb, your finger 2, your middle finger, and then on the F you go back to your thumb, second finger, middle finger, fourth, and then your pinky, small finger. Then you go to C sharp as well, you form the major scale on C sharp. Then you go to D. This is D major scale. You go to E flat major scale. The notes are F, G, A flat, B flat. So now how do we form this major scales? There's a pattern to it. If you look at the keyboard, there's a distance between C to C sharp, there's a distance between C to D. But the shortest distance between two notes on the keyboard is called a semitone, which is half of a tone. So for example, C to C sharp is a semitone, but from C to D is a whole tone because there's another step here before you get to the D. So to form a major scale, you go like tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. So my first tone from C will be D. Another tone from D will be E. Then I go to a semitone, which is a half step, which is F. Then I go to another tone, which is G. Another tone, then a semitone here. So it's tone, tone, tone. So tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. You can use this to form major chords. Now, we've spoken about major chords. And every major chord has a relative minor. So for instance, I play C. It's a major chord. I explained the reason why it's a major chord is because of the interval between the first and the third. If I want to make it a minor chord, all I have to do is flatten the third so that the interval will become 3 semitones from the root. So this becomes a minor chord. I raise it, it becomes a major chord. Now you need to know the relative minor of every major chord. So if you want to know the relative minor of C, you just go step by step 3 times. 1, 2, 3, which is A.